finish our second point. Now we come to the boundaries. For the boundaries, meanwhile as I rub, please note down, there are 6 walls of tympanic cavity, and these 6 walls will be upper wall, lower wall, that is superior inferior boundary, then anterior boundary, posterior boundary, and then there will be medial and lateral boundary. We will go in that sequence only. Therefore, if I consider this much section of the board over here, you start drawing alongside with me. It is not complicated. In the books it looks complicated, but here we start and we do our rough diagram. So therefore, first will be superior wall. Remember, boundary is superior wall. So let us draw this rough diagrammatic representation. Let us try it. This will be the superior wall. Let me make it more superiorly so it will be comfortable for us. This is the superior wall, which will be known as tegmen tympani. So therefore, here we will mention it as tegmen tympani bone. This tegmen tympani bone, which consists of the petrous portion of temporal bone, will form the superior wall of middle ear cavity. What is present above the tegmen tympani? Above the tegmen tympani, we come across the middle cranial fossa, so the temporal lobe of the brain. Now here, this superior wall is formed by tegmen tympani. So therefore, it is also known as the tympani part or tegmental part of the superior wall. Anyway, here there will be perforation of 2 small minor canaliculi, and those 2 canaliculi, we will just leave it like that, 1 and 2, and these 2 minor canaliculi will show crater petrosal nerve, which is coming out from the hiatus of crater petrosal nerve. So this will be a small canaliculi which will lead to opening, which is called hiatus. And the second nerve will be lesser petrosal nerve. And with this diagram, we finish the superior wall. Over. Now we come to directly lower, inferior wall. So in the inferior wall, very easy, we will draw at this level. In the inferior wall, we shall draw the entire lower part of petrous portion of temporal bone, which will be known as the jugular fossa. So therefore, this jugular fossa, below this jugular fossa, there will be presence of this bulb of internal jugular vein, and along with that, internal jugular vein. Superior bulb of internal jugular vein, and it will continue as internal jugular vein. That means internal jugular vein. So therefore, the floor is formed by jugular wall. That is jugular fossa of petrous portion of temporal bone, below which lies internal jugular vein. So it will be known as the jugular wall. Inferior wall will also be known as jugular wall. Superior is tegmen tympani. Now we come to anterior side. Let us keep this as anterior. Very interesting. This anterior side we first divide into lower and upper. First we take lower. In the lower segment, first we make a partition. Let us make this partition over here. This is the partition. So here, this will form the posterior wall of carotid canal. So let us draw this carotid canal. This is the carotid canal. And what is present in the carotid canal? In the carotid canal, there will be presence of internal carotid artery. So anterior wall, in the lower part, carotid canal, in which there will be presence of internal carotid artery. Now, let us write down as internal carotid artery. What is present along with internal carotid artery? Its sympathetic plexus. So therefore, here we will draw this sympathetic plexus which is present around internal carotid artery. This is what we show, the sympathetic plexus. Now, this sympathetic plexus will be known as caroticotympanic nerves. So therefore, we will write down here sympathetic plexus as caroticotympanic nerves. Sympathetic plexus around internal carotid artery, caroticotympanic nerves. Very clear? What about the upper part of anterior wall? In the upper part of anterior wall, here we will show that there will be, let us make it as this hook. There will be two canals, and these two canals, number 1, number 2, will be known as canal for, this will be known as canal for tensor tympani muscle. Please note down correctly. Canal for tensor tympani muscle, first one. Second canal will be known as the canal for auditory tube. Please note down, this will be the canal for auditory tube. Here we complete the anterior wall of middle ear cavity. So if you go in sequence from superior to inferior, the entire anterior wall will have the canal for tensor tympani, canal for auditory tube, and carotid wall, in which just in front of carotid wall is carotid canal, in which internal carotid artery and its sympathetic plexus, which is known as the caroticotympanic nerves. Anterior wall is over. Now here we should always mention the wall. So therefore here I will write a big A, anterior. Here I will write a big I, inferior. Here I can write superior. 3 walls we have finished. Now we take posterior wall. Very interesting. Posterior wall, always we keep it simple. Different books, there are different diagrams, etc. But we keep it simple. The first, we start from superior. The first segment will be, there is an arrow which goes posteriorly. Now this arrow is known as adductus to mastoid antrum. So therefore, here we show this partition. Here we show this will be mastoid antrum. Let me rub this. Now I am rubbing these points so it will be easier for us. And here, this is the mastoid antrum. This is posteriorly, this will be known as adductus to mastoid antrum. It is a passage of towards mastoid antrum, in which this space is epitympanic. Epitympanic part of middle ear cavity will communicate through adductus of mastoid antrum into mastoid antrum posteriorly. This is the first structure. I will name this as first. Second structure, very important. Around this, you make it a small fossa, which will be known as fossa incudis. So therefore, the second structure here, we will name this as fossa incudis, I-N-C-U-D-I-S. What does it contain? It will contain, if you recollect, the short process of incus. So here, we will just show a small short process of incus. This much is enough, more than enough. Fossa incudis, which will be present as short process of incus. Now this short process of incus will be joined by, towards the fossa incudis, by a ligament. We show ligament, which will join the fossa incudis with the short process of incus, structure number 2. Structure number 3, vertical part of facial canal, very, very important. So the vertical part of facial canal, we will draw it. At this level we draw. Here we show the entire facial canal. This is what and how we show. And we will note down here as facial canal. What is present in facial canal? Facial nerve. So let us draw this as the facial nerve, and therefore we'll give some color, yellow color inside in the facial nerve. Structure number 3, and remember this structure number 3 is known as vertical part of facial canal. This word is very important, vertical, because there will be an oblique part which will be coming in the medial wall. Right now we are in the posterior wall. Vertical part of facial canal structure. First structure was erectus to mastoidentrum, in which it will communicate with the mastoidentrum. Second structure was fossa incuris, in which there were short process of incus with the ligament. And third structure is vertical part of facial canal. Facial nerve is there. Now the fourth structure. In the fourth structure, just in front of facial canal, at this level, there will be a small triangular pyramidal swelling, which is known as the fourth structure, which will be known as pyramid swelling, through which there will be passing of nerve to stapedius. That means stapedius muscle will take origin from this pyramidal swelling. So therefore, the stapedius muscle we show taking origin from this pyramid narrow canal. We show this stapedius muscle, and we name this muscle as stapedius, S-T-A-P-E-D-I-U-S, from the pyramid. And this stapedius muscle will be inserted into the small ear ossicle, smallest of the 3 ear ossicles, that is the stapes. We will come with that later on. Here we finish the posterior wall. Very simple. Number 1, erectus to mastoidentrum. Number 2, it will contain fossa incuris for the short process of incus. Number 3, vertical part of facial nerve. And number 4, pyramid, a small swelling just in front of vertical part of facial nerve where stapedius muscle is present. 4 structures in the posterior wall.